What made me say yes to In Living Color 2.0 really is God, energy, the universe. It came at such a perfect time, but I didn't know it from the start. I'm at a point in my career right now where all dance jobs are like I completely just go another direction. It's an automatic no, just because of what I've gone through, and I'm just trying to take it to the next level. You know, I'm trying to make it to the next level, and I feel like me being a dancer behind an artist or a part of a production or being a part of an ensemble is not it for me. Like, I feel like I'm meant to shine. I'm meant to be the leader. I'm meant to be the star. But a part of me was like, it's not an absolute no. Let's have a conversation about it. Let me keep thinking. And any time that I can't make a decision, I'll ask my husband. Like, my husband knows me through and through, and sometimes he sees things for me that I can't see automatically. So he'll talk through it with me, and he'll list reasons that I should take it, and maybe he'll be compassionate and understand why I wouldn't want to take it. So we'll go through those things, remember? And I was just like, but this is In Living Color though. And he was like, he's 10 years apart from me. He's 10 years older than me. So he knows In Living Color. To be honest, y'all, this is embarrassing. I mean, I don't think I've ever watched an episode, but I definitely have heard. So embarrassing. When people say In Living Color, I know what it is, but it doesn't give me that feeling that, you know, that's what Raven gives me. You know what I'm saying? But Tallie knew, and he was like, In Living Color is nothing to play with. And if they doing it right, this could be something. Right, honey?
Yeah, absolutely.
So he said that you should definitely consider it. It shouldn't be a no. And also, in all transparency, I feel like since I came off of tour, a lot of things went ghost. Like, I feel like people weren't checking for me. I feel like artists weren't reaching out. I feel like brand partnerships weren't coming in. I feel like my classes have been slow. Business overall has been kind of slow. So I'm also at a point where I'm like, you need to be open to like anything that comes in, because there's a reason why. There's a reason why it is, and you're not really in a position to say no. Go see what they're talking about, see what it can turn into, you know what I mean? And work your magic, and let's see where it can grow. And I'm so happy I went on set that day, because the way that the team treated me as a star and as a dancer, and acknowledged the fight and the talent and everything that we need as dancers and everything that we offer to a production, is everything that I've been looking for the past 10 years that I've been doing this. And I don't think any production has treated us the way that the In Living Color set did. And that's why I was like, and this is why I'm here, because there's another narrative, and there's another story, and there's people that actually understand our worth and what we bring to these sets, to these movies, to these productions. So it was the best decision. God made me say yes. I have a problem with downplaying myself. I'm a humble queen. I've been taught to stay humble, and I feel like my career grew so fast, almost overnight. Some people would say that my career grew overnight just from 1, 2, 3 videos. I feel like I've been to places that would take somebody else 10 plus years. And the fact that I got there and I now have this following on social media, and now I'm like at this place, I'm like, you know what, but it can be taken away at any time, and it could change, and the next person will come in, the next younger person will come in, someone better will come in. So I'm like, you know what, stay humble, stay humble, stay humble. And sometimes my husband has to remind me, like, people know you. Yeah. You are somebody. Yeah. When you walk into the room, like, people are like, oh, damn. And for me, I'm just walking in like, I'm just I'm another worker. I'm another worker to bring this vision to life. So sometimes, yes, I know that I bring validity, and other times I guess I do forget. And I need my tribe to remind me.
What made me see the potential in the show was, one, the way I observe my wife is from an energetic standpoint. I've lived my life and I'm 10 years ahead of her. So I'm able to reflect on what I've done and the decisions I made and where my head space was, and watch how she is where I was at a certain time when things are popping for you, you're in your prime. And I remember certain decisions that I'd made and didn't make. So with her being my wife, a Libra, and a very energy-based person, I always go off of the hidden cues. So any job that comes up, if she is not for it, she might not know specifically why, but her energy will just give that key words that she's explaining. They want me to do this, they want me to do that. So I just take it all in. And I always, like she said, I give both sides of the coin. Here are the things that are good about it if you do it. Here are the things that you need to watch out for. She had asked me one day, and it was like, nah, maybe it's not for you. But then she brought it back up to me. She asked me again another day. And I was like, well, again, we talked about these different factors, and this is the good side, this is the bad side. She asked, I felt like, so the good things were, I'm like this. I don't care how good or bad a production or an idea or anything sounds when it's presented to me. If my energy is right, something triumphant is going to come out of that experience, whether it's the production itself, the relationship that comes out of it, the experience that comes out of it. So I know that everything's a win. Everything's a win to me, everything. It just depends on what aspect the win is gonna come in. And some of the negative things were part of the narrative that we would wish to change. For her to say, dance, it's another dance thing, I don't wanna dance.
You want me to come in as a dancer?
It hurts my heart to know that that is the thing that is a deterrent for so many amazingly talented performers and dancers. They feel like they have to move away from dance to move up the ladder, as if dancing is the bottom of the barrel, and it is not. It has become that way because of a lot of practices and a lot of things that aren't as favorable on both sides of the camera. But you know, I felt like this was an opportunity to see where they're gonna go and what A Living Color 2.0 is gonna do. And after getting some feedback from her first day on set, I was like, somebody gets it. Somebody understands the trajectory and how important dancing is, and they're willing to actually give it the value that it deserves. And that's how we knew. I'm like, this is the right one, because the team is she's all about the experience. Right. 50 people are offering a job. She's gonna pick the one that's gonna offer the best experience. It's not necessarily the paycheck. It's not necessarily the name attached. It's the experience. Are they gonna treat me like the queen that I am, like the star that I am? And that's how I've learned to adjust my expectations within the industry. And since then, I've been at such a much better, a much more peaceful place with it. So for me, that's what I started to see. And since she kept asking me, I'm like, you asked me this 3 times, so there is something in you that knows that this is gonna be it. And I just said, well, hey, just go for it. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen? What's the best thing that can happen? Right. And let's see what happens. And here we are.
Right. So Tallie and I are so excited. I can hardly contain myself, y'all. I just can't be like so robotic about this. Yeah. So we are coming in as producers of In Living Color 2.0. Oh my God, this is, y'all, really, and when I say investment jobs are real, and when you really feel it, and when you gotta ask your husband 3, 4, 5, 6 times, it's because your spirit just knows that something bigger than you is like right here, and you gotta just go through that door. And honestly, this is where my mind went when In Living Color, when this when this opportunity came, I wanted to not be there just as a dancer, but also have the opportunity to lead. Because I think what we want to bring to the Fly Girls and to these dancers is like, we want to grow them as an act in itself, you know what I'm saying? Dancers, I think, oftentimes are categorized as props and background and just an additional and not principal. I want them to be principal. I wanna, and honestly, I think this is all heaven sent, because with what I'm already doing with my brands, Queens and Letos, and my students all around the world and the people that come through in the studio, I wanna help them brand. I wanna help them remember who they are, what they can be, that their dreams, what their dream is, can be an even bigger dream that they don't even see for themselves. Imagine you dancing for the biggest artist in the world. Okay, that's one. But imagine you being alongside that artist. Imagine that artist asking for you because you are the star and they want something that you have. And you know, with these Fly Queens, we're gonna make them stars. Yeah, we're gonna make them stars. And what I'm so excited about too is kind of bringing guys into it as well. Like, it's not, guys have so much to offer, right, honey? Like, there was a time where we did Queens and Kings, where we had classes where it would be a girl and a guy and partner work, and bringing that 90s partner work back. And it doesn't have to be so sexual. It can be sexual, like for a little, but you know, it's just that partner work of seeing that feminine and masculine. Also, I would love to tap in with the LGBTQ community as well, because there's so many of my gay boys that be coming to class killing it. And sometimes they be working it better than the women do in a heel. I'm just like, times are changing, and I'm not discriminating. That's the last thing that we're gonna do with this department. We're gonna keep it open to talent, period. Talent, period, right?
Yeah, and here's the thing. I grew up on In Living Color. The names and the stars that had come through that show, I mean, In Living Color was, you watched it, and then that week, every skit that popped, those were the conversation pieces. Those were the jokes. That's everybody was saying whatever Jim Carrey was saying, whatever David Alan Grier was saying, whatever Keenan Ivory Wayans was saying. It was just the thing, and then you just could not wait until the next episode came out. But when that show opened up, what was the first thing that you saw? You saw them Fly Girls killing it on the stage. That means who was behind this show creatively understood everything. J-Lo, you talk about someone who became a global star, but started off as a dancer. No lines, no commercials, no endorsements, nothing beyond hitting the stage. That was iconic for that time. So fast forward to now, I say, wait, we've had dance competition shows, dance movies, all of these things. We have social media and all these different avenues now that we could actually make the Fly Girls bigger. I don't want to say bigger than the show, but just as big as the show. And if we're working with a team that respects that and actually champions that, we would be fools to say no. Because that's what our whole passion has become with the Queens and Letos brand, with me as just a male in the industry that came up in dance and has made my rounds, saying, I'm not gonna dance no more, now I wanna be an actor, and oh, now I wanna get into production, and not because I wanna be treated better. But I'm like, nah, I can still be a dancer and be a choreographer and be in that creative movement space and have the treatment that I deserve, and we feel like stars, and we get to set the tone for everyone else to come after us. That's what we're doing now. We are gonna take what In Living Color did initially, update it, upgrade it, give it the legs that has relevance, and this generation is gonna grow up on In Living Color, just like I did.
Hate that. We gonna make it a thing. I think in terms of finding this new team, this group, I think it goes way beyond LA. Like, I want to take it globally.
Yeah.
With my brand, I'm so grateful to say that we are global. I have people in Greece. I have people in Europe, period. I have dancers in Asia. I have people in Australia, in Brazil, South America. Like, queens are everywhere. And I want to give them this opportunity. I want to give them this opportunity to take their talent and their dreams and place it on this platform, you know? And I want to find queens outside of LA, and I want to hold an audition. We are going to be present there.
Yeah.
And I'm getting stuck.
Well, here's the thing. One of the not so favorable parts of our industry as dancers is we get a lot of moments. We get a lot of moments where it was just that moment where the job was perfect. Wow, the treatment was perfect, the performance was great, and then it's over. And then you have a drought of another 6 months before another opportunity comes up like that.
Right.
And what we want to do is stop creating moments and make movements. And attaching to something like In Living Color 2.0, and the reemergence of the Fly Girls and redefinition of what the Fly Girls and guys is and could be is a movement. We want to provide careers
and
a trajectory for these performers to bring their talents and actually launch themselves into higher heights. We hope that those heights continue to just be higher and higher within what the Fly Girls and In Living Color is. But with the sentiment of really being passionate in making them succeed beyond the stage of wherever we start.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's gonna have people all over the world clamoring to be a part of what we have going on here. And I know that my experience in the industry has been a culmination. I've been in front of the camera, behind the camera, a dancer, a director, a videographer, cinematographer, teaching class, working with artists and training vocalists and acting. And the goal is to have something that you can say, wow, this is something consistent, this is something substantial, and this is something that gives me the opportunity to actually grow beyond what is here. And there are people that care about how we look, how we feel, and how we succeed in the industry. And it's a dream come true to be able to come in as producers to something with such a long history, such a heritage, and such a respect amongst so many people in the industry.